Alright, hello Holotable, it is I, Mystery Hippo. I am here with an introduction to modding for all you new players or players that need a refresh on the basic elements of modding and how to maximize your modding ability early in the game so you don't struggle later in the game for resources and bad mods and investing way too far like I do and being stubborn and not swapping out mediocre mods for better ones. I have a big problem. I'm starting to do better myself. But this video is to help me understand mods a little bit better, but also for you to understand. So let's get into this video where I talk about a nice little intro lesson into modding itself. Alright, these 6 big categories today that we're going to talk about. I'll go in more in depth into some of these categories in future videos. The first one is some custom terminology. These are how I'm going to describe mods, kind of define what's a bad mod, what's an excellent mod, and in between. Got a few breakdowns there. Number 2 is going to be how to acquire mods and how to apply mods and how to see what all a mod has and what its potential could be. Number 3 is the type of mods. So there are about 8 or 9 different types of mods. I'm going to break down each one. I'll go more in depth in future videos, but it's a good idea to know how many you need of each mod. You need health, defense, offense, all those good things. Next up, number 4, we have what primary stats you can find on each mod. What are all their potentials there? And it's possible to have different combinations of stats. What are those combinations? We're going to go into that in this video, so don't worry. Number 5 is going to be to how to increase or how to enhance your stats, your primary and secondary stats. And also talk about slicing. We're not going to go too in depth into slicing, as most players who are new to the game won't be slicing mods for a long time. And I don't recommend slicing until you have steady income of resources. I'll go into that more in the next video. I'll give you a brief rundown of what slicing is. And then finally, number 6 is how to spend your credits on mods, as modding requires a lot of resources, credits being number 1, and then slicing materials being number 2. So we'll go into all of that in the final part of this video. But stick around, as the whole video is very informative, so I hope you enjoy it, guys. Alright, so I have my Admiral P pulled up. He's a character I'm currently gearing up on my main account right now. I don't have any mods pulled on him yet, but I will at some point. I will need him for ships, and mods are important to have on your ship units. But we'll dig in all that later on in a future video as well. We'll get more in depth into who needs what mods and all that good stuff. But here you can see there are many different colored mods. You got gold, you got golden gold mods, golden purple. You won't be seeing these if you're a newer player for a long time. But you do have many other mods that are not that golden background. This golden background is a 6-dot mod. You don't need to worry about that. That'll be something we tackle in a future video that you can't do for quite a bit of time in the game. But let's get into the basics. So what are bad mods, good mods, basic mods, excellent mods, all that? So I'm going to go to mods that are not been assigned. So you do have a little filter button up here for mods. They can filter through things. I'm going to go unassigned mods just so I get a good idea. We're going to click on our square up here. So, the first terminology I want to use is a bad mod. A bad mod to me is a fully revealed mod. So you click a mod here, you can see down here on the bottom that it only shows its primary set of offense. So if you go to like a gold mod, even in level 1 gold mod, that's level 12. Do I have a level 1 gold mod? I do. So level 1 gold mod is like, if you're going to rarities for like World of Warcraft or something like that, it's the highest rarity you can have. So of a normal mod, this gold rarity will show you all its stats level 1. So you can see what secondary stats it has here. When you level it up, it will get some rolls on each of these stats, 3 times I believe. But you can go through all your level 1s on gold. This one has speed, that's really good. But the tiers, you have blue, or that's gray I guess. Gray does not show any secondaries. The next tier up, a green of rarity, shows 1 secondary. Blue mods show 2 secondaries. Purple mods show 3. Their gold shows all 4. So that's one way to figure out what's good and what's bad, but your gray mods could be excellent. They're just hidden for right now and require some credits to get there. I'll go to that later on. But right away, your gray mods are not revealed. So for me, a bad mod is a fully revealed mod that does not have any speed. So for example, that gold I showed a second ago right here, this would be a bad mod. I would not spend any credits here to enhance it. I would sell this mod immediately. But I'm not going to do that right now in this video, but you could sell it right now if you wanted. Clear up some inventory space for your account. Next up, we have basic mods. Basic mods are any mod with revealed speed. So it could be, let's see if I have one here. So this mod here is a green mod. It only has one secondary stat, but it's already showing speed. So I would call that a basic mod. If it has speed as a secondary, it's a basic mod. So by default, all gray mods are bad mods until you reveal its stats. But we'll do one for example and see what we get here. If I reveal all the stats here, we did not get any speed on it. We're still in the mod here. No speed revealed. So that's a bad mod. I would sell this mod immediately. Next up, we have good mods. Good mods are any mods with all or most of your secondary stats of being ideal. And we'll go into what is an ideal stat in a future video. But for now, don't worry about basic versus good mods. For most of your early game stuff, your basic mods and your good mods will do you just fine. But a good mod's going to have ideal stats and show speed. So for here, this could be considered a good mod because it shows speed, has some other stats on it. This could be something you want. You could want potency, but that's some more of the nitty gritty, so we won't go into that right away. Next up, we have great mods. Great mods are any mod with all your secondary stats revealed that you want, ideal stats, so you want like all these down here to be stats you want for a character, and you want to have speed to have multiple rolls on it. So basically what multiple rolls means is your max speed you can start with is 5 speed, but as you level up a mod like a gold mod, you get a chance to roll more on it. So I was to spend credits here. Let's go just 3 levels here. See how my crit chance right here just increased? If that had gone to a speed, I would consider this close to a great mod. For a gold, you want probably 2 rolls on speed. For early game, you can keep just how it is for now because you don't have that many mods right away. But when you're trying to fine tune your roster down the road, a great mod will have at least 2 or 3 chances of speed on here. We'll go one more to see if I get a speed. So I didn't get speed, so on my account, I'd probably say this is just a good mod, not a great mod. I might keep this if I don't have enough speed mods to really fill out my roster, but this is something I'd replace, and I wouldn't invest too much more into this mod. Now, we have an excellent mod. These mods I won't cover really in this video, but a basic rundown on this mod is it has all your ideal secondary stats and at least 3 speed rolls on a mod. So if you have a gold mod here, and you have 3 versions of speed on it, this would be a mod you definitely want to keep and I'd classify as excellent, but generally I keep good, great, and excellent mods. Now, number 2, we have how to acquire mods and how to apply mods. So first off, to even be able to start working on mods in your game if you're a new player, you have to be character level 50. So right up here you can see I'm character level 85. This is the current max level in the game. You can't see my mouse, can you? There we go. 85. So once you hit level 50, you can start doing mods. If you want to know how to get levels fast, you can watch my previous new player experience videos where I talk about one of the fastest ways to level up and do it quickly. Let's say you are level 50 and you're like, wow, Hippo, you know, I'm getting these mod things here. I don't know what these 2 things are. What do I do? Well, first off, to even do a mod, you have to be able to beat this first battle in tier 1. So go here to the left, you have to be able to beat all of these battles here, I believe. I think it's 1A. It might just be 1A. If you look down here at the bottom, these are 2 dot and 1 dot mods. These are basically like a 1 dot mod is the lowest quality possible and will give you the lowest stats. So if you look at the possible qualities, they can only be up to level 15. You could use this early game if you really want those better mods, but really until you start getting 5-star mods, or not 5-star, 5 dot mods. Apologize. Really, you don't want to do too much modding investment. Maybe to give you a little quick boost. But the only way to get your 5 dot mods, which you use for all your characters, is you go to this mod challenges right here, where all these categories are. You click on one of these events. And right here in tier 3, you can get a Mark 5 health mod. Basically, it's a 5 dot mod. This is the highest mod you can get free to play. You should do this anytime you can on whatever mods you need. I'll break down later on kind of the weight of which category here to do. I will say when you're first starting the game, this speed category, these categories up here, can be a little challenging. I recommend you mostly do health mods when you're first starting. Kind of max out your inventory and then eventually spread out and do some of these over here as well. You want a nice mixture, but there is a certain weighted balance you want of each mod, and we'll get into that a little bit in this video. Now, some of you may be asking, hey Hippo, I saw there's a mod store in this game. So if you scroll down here, there's a little mod icon right here. where you can theoretically buy mods. I do not recommend this for new players until you safely have 40+ million credits floating around in your inventory. Right now I have 73, and I float around 50 to 80 million credits, and I'll go in and buy mods sometimes whenever I want to, if they are showing speed, usually only 5 speed, or speed on their primary. But in general, I'll say do not buy mods in the store until you have just so many credits you have no idea what to do with them, and then you can sometimes buy mods in the store. It can help you get some more unique mods, but I have found that some of these mods don't always have the best secondaries, like this one right here. I'll go into that in a future video as well. But in general, avoid the mod store until you're at least 3 million plus GP. And GP is Galactic Power. That's what your account roster is. So if you hit your collection, you can see your account roster right here on the top right. Alright, so how do you reveal the stats for your mod? You may have seen me a few times. We'll pull up it again here. You may have seen me show some stats on these mods and hit a couple buttons and didn't explain what I was doing. So let's go ahead and do that again. So on this gray mod, top left, this very first one, we have a crit chance mod. That's the primary stat. Your primary stat will be right here on the top. And you'll see reveals level 3, reveals at level 6, reveals at level 9. That means at the level the mod will reveal each section of stats here. And these are going to be all your secondary stats. So if we hit enhance down here on the bottom right, we will spend credits to reveal stats. You could reveal all stats at one time, but let's say you're really cheap. You don't have that many credits in your account right now. You could start level 3 and just see if you get speed. So I rolled a speed here. So already that is a basic mod. From one level up, I know this is a mod that I'm willing to invest more in. So at this point on my account, I would go full into it so I can start to level it up here, see what all the stats are. I would not max it out yet because I want to see what its other secondaries are. These are not that great as secondaries, and I'll explain why in a future video. But because of that, I probably won't do too much investment in this right away. If I was short on credits, on my account I have many, so I would test it a bit further, see if it actually is worth keeping. But I'll break that down in a future video of how to tell what mod is worth keeping. Right now, just get your mods, reveal the stats, see how they are, and you should be good. If you are an early game player. Now next up, you may be asking, hey Hippo, I got a mod at level 15, and I can't level up anymore. What do I do next? So let's scroll down here to level 15 mod, or we'll just make this one level 15. So I'll click on this mod. I have speed here. I have some secondaries. These aren't too bad. Let's go and get level 15. Level 15 is the max level. We'll get one more. Okay, well, on a gold, you get a roll here of a stat. But we max out our primary stat level 15, and that's great. Level 15 will max out your primary stat for now. You'll see this little red dot for slicing. Slicing is the way you can enhance your level 15 mod and get to the next tier. So you make a purple into a gold, you can make a blue into a purple, a green into a blue, or a gray into a green. If you remember the rarity chart, which you can always reference down here on the filters, you have your tiers right here on the bottom. E, D, C, B, A. Basically it's your gray, your green, your blue, your purple, your gold. That's your rarity. You need slicing materials to get from one point to the other once a mod's level 15. But that mod challenge I showed you earlier, we go back here to mod challenges. When you roll mods, if you hit possible rewards, you will have a chance to roll anywhere from a gray to a gold mod. So you could roll all gold mods of one of these types. That way you don't have to slice it all for a long time. But you may want to slice at some point in time, which once you have a full roster of mods and you're ready to go, you go to mod battles. If you're able to go to this tier 9 and basically beat these 3 battles here, these are most of the resources you'll be using for mods. They are a bit more rare, as even I only have 83 of these and use quite a bit to upgrade mods. You can actually enhance your tiers from one to the other. But in general, you want to stick with gold mods, but grays and blues and greens can be good too. And I'll go full in depth into slicing mods in a future video. For right now, if you're a new player, I would not recommend slicing any mods at all until you have a firm grasp of when to do it, because those resources are rare and can be hard to come across sometimes. It takes time to generate a good supply of mod materials. But next up, from applying mods and how to acquire them, let's talk about the types of mods. So number 3 is types of mods. The types of mods are going to give you a set bonus if you have enough of them. So we'll go back to P8 here as our guinea pig of mods. If you click this little information icon down here on set bonuses, you can see a breakdown of all the mods. So there are speed sets, offense sets, crit damage sets, health sets, potency sets, crit chance sets, defense sets, and tenacity sets. That's a lot of types of mods to really get your grasp around. I'm going to give you 3 that'll be your primary sets you want to farm. You want to farm health sets. You want to farm offense sets. And you want to farm speed sets. What do I mean by speed sets? I mean when you go to the mod challenges, first off, you want to farm health mods. So on this, for a health set, just go to this tier 3 on health, and you want to farm all you can of these. I'm not going to do it on this account right now because I don't need any more health mods right now. You want to do this until you have a max inventory of mods, until you can't fit any more on. You get a notification in your inbox right here on the left where it says, hey, you have too many mods, sell some to make room. That's how many mods you want to have before you do any other mod acquisitions. And once you do that and you get rid of and purge some more space, and you apply some of those mods to your characters with speed, you apply some basic and good mods, and then you want to go here, you want to complete the offense mod tier 3, get some of these, and get some of these speed mods, and kind of go back and forth. Speed mods are very important, so I would do this mostly once you can do this event. It is a bit of a challenging event early on in the game, but eventually you can beat it, and once you 3-star it, you can just sim it with these little tickets over and over again, as long as you have the energy. That's where I recommend doing it. Well, let's go down and kind of explain a little bit about why having a set of mods is important. So we'll go back to Piet here, pull out these mods. So you can apply 6 total mods, and you could do with just, whatever mods you want, like I did when I first started. I just threw down mods that at random to give them some extra stats. I didn't quite understand what modding was. Well, we'll go with the most important set right away, which can be used for anybody in general. Not always the most optimal, but if you don't know what to do, you can always stick these guys on. Is speed mods. A speed set here on the bottom gives you a speed boost, so you're going to go faster and faster. You're going to get bonus to any speed you apply to your character and their base speed. So you get a 5% speed bonus if you have 4 mods from the speed category on here. If you get them level 15, it'll double that to a 10% bonus, which is really useful if you're trying to maximize that speed in your character. And speed is the number 1 stat for almost every character in this game. Very few exceptions that we won't go into in this video. I might do it in more of an expert mod video down the road. But right now, speed's the game. If you have speed, you have a higher chance to win in most fights, whether it be against PvE or PvP. Second up, what I'd say in its importance is health mods, as every unit wants to stay alive. Having health is great, and you only need 2 mods in that category to give you this bonus, a 5% bonus or 10% when they're level 15. And remember, you get level 15 by investing credits and leveling up those mods. Next up, I would say is an offense set, also 4, so you cannot stack offense with speed. You don't have enough mod spots, because you can only have 6 total mods applied. So if you go to a character where I have mods, let's go to Vader over here, or Boba Fett. Boba Fett has crit damage, not really applicable right now. We'll go to Darth Vader. So on Vader, you're going to see my mods look fancy because I put some more investment in him than other characters. I'm going to have offense mods here. You'll notice that by the little splash icon. I have 4 offense mods, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 2 potency mods because he applies some debuffs. This is going to grant him an offense bonus and a potency bonus. If you click down here, you can see you're going to highlight when they're applied. I'm going to have a 15% potency bonus. And up here at offense, down here at offense. Where's offense? Offense, I also have 15%. Let's give me a bonus to the character on top of all the stats I already have added from his mods. Alright, now you may be asking me, hey Hippo, what mods can you find on everything? What are the options? Let's break down what primary stats you can find on every mod. But first off, let's go over the terminology of what people call each mod. Pull up our guinea pig again. Here on the top right, you're going to have your triangle mod. We call it the square mod here on the left. You have a diamond mod here, triangle mod here, cross mod bottom right, then a circle mod on the bottom left. Each of these have a different chance to get different primaries. Some only have 1 primary, some have all the primaries they can get, or a bunch of different primaries. Some have 2 or 3. Let's go over each one so you know what your chances are. and what the odds are. Alright, so we have our mod possibilities here. Don't worry about the primary stats here on each mod. This is the health set, this is just the image that I have pulled up. But these are all the possible primary mods on each one. So on your squared mod, you have the chance to get, the only chance to get offense as a primary mod. On your arrow mod, you have a bunch of options. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 options. That's a lot of variance. I'll let you know right now, early game, you basically only want speed as your primary. There are other options, which I'm not going to go into right now. I'll go into that more in a future video. There are times where you may want health or defense or protection on your character or crit avoidance rather than speed. I'll say right now, as a new player or you're just now learning how to do modding, you want to keep all of your speed mods. We'll do a little dot here for each one you want to keep. Let's make this a little bit smaller. You want to keep all of your speed mods, all of your offense percent mods, all of your health percent mods, all of your protection percent mods, and even your crit avoidance mods. If you're keeping your arrows with offense percent, health percent, protection percent, or crit avoidance, make sure they have at least one secondary with speed on them, because without speed, they're basically a useless mod if it's an arrow. But in general, your speed arrows, or your arrows with a speed primary, are your number one focus on arrow mods. Always keep these. On your diamond mod, defense is the only stat that can be its primary focus, so don't worry about trying to find a certain primary stat for your diamonds, as defense is all you can get. On your triangle mods, generally critical damage is the one you want the most. But some characters may not need critical damage, they might want more tankiness or more health or protection, but in general, I would keep all your triangles that you find if they have critical chance, as triangles can be a more rare mod to roll when you're trying to get mods. So basically keep your triangle mods, but the options here for their primaries could be critical hit percent chance, critical damage, flat offense, offense percent chance, offense percent increase, flat defense, defense percent increase, flat health, flat health, health percent increase, a flat protection increase, or a percentage of your protection increase. I'll go in more in depth into what all these all do in a future video, but in general your crit damage will be your most important ones to hold on to. But if you get any of these with a speed secondary, I would keep them as well. Now your circle can only have two primaries. This is kind of your tank datacron, or your make your character more bulky. You can only have health percent or protection percent. There are no other options as primaries. You'll always find one of these two stats as the primary stat on your circle. Your cross here can have basically the same as your triangle with a few differences. Instead of critical hit chance and critical damage chance or damage increase, you're going to find potency and tenacity. These are important for certain characters who really scale potency, who really want to land debuffs, but these all have their place as primary stats. Really, besides the flat, if you find a flat health or flat protection, generally I will toss those. But on your triangles, you still want that speed secondary. Without a speed secondary, you can sell this mod. Alright, so as a reminder and a reference here, if you have a primary stat on one of your mods, so we grab a random mod here, let's just say this one right here. If we have a percent offense as a primary mod, it is impossible to find a percent offense on a secondary. I'll go more in depth into what the importance of what secondaries you want in the next video or the next mod video. But just know that if you're trying to find more percentile offense and you have it as a primary, you'll never find it here. You can find flat offense, but you won't be able to find more percentile offense if it's already as a primary. But number 5 is going to be how to increase your stats, your primary and secondary stats, and kind of what is slicing. You may have heard me mention slicing a few times, so we're going to go into slicing a bit more in depth. Let's talk about increasing your primary stat. So you may have seen me do it a few times. One way to increase your primary stats, if you have a level 1 stat, you're going to have the lowest possible amount of whatever the primary stat is, so we'll stay with a square for now. A square mod at level 1 is going to have 0.63 offense, doesn't matter what rarity, as long as it's a 5-dot mod. It's here. 0.63 offense here too on the level 1 mod, doesn't matter the rarity of the same dot caliber. But if it's like a 3-dot mod, you're going to have even less of a starting offense and a less maximum offense. So we take this level 1 gray mod here, we'll enhance it just level 3. Every time you invest credits into it, I think you level 1 level will do it too. At any time you invest a level, you increase that primary stat. So level 3, has 1.38 offense. To level 12, it'll jump to 4.75. It's a steady increase. Level 15 will max out the base value. It'll be 5.88 offense, a percent increase. This is for all stats. Doesn't matter what primary stat. Level 15 will max out that primary stat. There's no RNG to that. So if you have like a speed mod, let's go to a random arrow mod here with speed. So this level 1 mod. One reason why speed is so important here is because it's hard to get secondary stats to be what you want. Or right off the get-go, if you go level 15, you already have plus 30 speed. That's huge in this game, as you can only roll at max a 5 or a 6 speed on secondary stats. But this is already going to be probably a great mod. You got speed, you have an interesting set here if you want someone that's tanky. And this is an offense set, so I probably want some percentile offense here. But we'll go more in depth in a future video. But generally all speed arrows are at least going to be a good mod. Some will be great mods or even excellent mods. So that's something to keep in track. Is that basically you already have your max rolls of speed. Now, how do you increase your secondary stats? You may be curious. I've talked about it a little bit. We'll go back to our squares here, because that's what I'm dealing with right now for reference. So we'll go right here. So this is a gray mod, right? So at max, you can only reveal your stats. Level 12 will reveal the stats. This will show us all of our stats. There is no speed here, so I won't take this one to level 15. But even if I did, that's level 15, would not be able to roll any stats here. You can still add the credits and then do it for reference. Only the primary gets increased at max level. And then I could slice this beyond to increase the secondary stats, but this is a bad mod if you recall. So I would sell this one right away. So we'll go ahead and sell it right here just to show you. Well, let's go to a mod. Let's go to a different rarity of a mod. Let's go to a green mod here. So at a green mod, you're going to see that it reveals all stats at level 9 because it already has one secondary revealed. That's because it's a higher rarity of mod, where your golds already have all 4 revealed. Sorry, it's not level 1. Have all 4 revealed. So level 1, you already have stats, which means at level 3, 6, 9, I think 12 too, you should have a stat rolled here. So we'll go level 3 on this gold just to show you, for example. It's going to roll speed. So man, this is already looking good. You roll speed right away on your first level up. It's a good sign. If you do it level 6, we'll roll another stat. Flat defense. Not my favorite thing to roll, but it's okay for this video. Level 9, we'll get one more roll. That's tenacity. Level 12, we should get a final one. And we got a health roll. Level 15 will increase the primary stat. I don't believe it increases anything else. Yeah. So it does not increase secondary stat, but you do get it at level 3, level 6, and 9 on your gold mods, because they're already revealed all level 1. For purple, you would only get the 3 extra rolls here. Level 3, 6, and 9. You can see them here. I rolled a speed at some point, and I rolled 2 flat offenses there. Your blue mods at level 1, so level 1 up here, already have 2 stats revealed. So you only get 2 extra rolls. So at we'll go to level 6, see what we got. We don't have any speed, so I'm not going to keep this mod. At level 9, you would get a roll here on something. Defense by chance, you have a 25% chance on each stat. Level 12, we get one more roll. I'm not going to go 15, so I'm not going to keep this mod. It has no speed secondaries, so we'll go ahead and sell that one. And then your green, same concept. It already has one secondary stat revealed, so you'll get 1 extra chance to roll level 9. Level 12. So level 12 will try to spend credits to roll a stat. There's no speed, so I'm not going to keep this. Normally I wouldn't roll this extra stat. I would just sell it right away. But for this video demonstration, I will go ahead and roll, just so you can see. We roll flat offense here, but there is no speed on this mod, so I'm going to sell it as well. But that's how early game you're going to reveal your extra stats. That's why I say in general your gold mods will give you the highest chance of getting the stats you want, because you can already see them and they get a chance to roll it even higher without having to invest rare resources. Well, let's say you are excited and you have a gray mod that you really like. Let's go right here, for example. Nope, not that one. Let's uncheck the squares, look at all my mods. We're going to go to a gray mod that I have ready to go. I have one. Alright, so this is a speed mod that we rolled earlier. It's a level 15 speed mod. It is a lowest tier quality mod of gray. So it has no extra rolls of secondary stats. You can see it has 1, 1, 1, 1 of chance of rolls. Once you get to level 15, you can start slicing your mod. Slicing your mod requires extra materials, which you can see right here. I have 368 of this Mark 1 bonding pin. It costs credits and resources, like things you have to farm in the game, to have a chance when you slice it to roll one of these stats. You have an equal chance of rolling health percent on this mod, flat offense, crit chance, or flat defense. This is not a stellar mod, but it's a speed arrow, so I will roll this. I probably will not go all the way up on my account right now, unless I really need a character with this mod right this second. And none of these stats are really going to boost me that much offensively. So, I mean, a flat offense is nice, but I'm going to throw one slice here. And we got flat defense. This is not a great roll here, but it's okay. But you can see as each tier we go up from tier E, D, C, B, A, you're going to have more and more resources required to slice higher and higher. That's why I say it's important to learn how to be efficient with your modding early and to know when to slice. I'll go really in depth in a future video. For new players or just getting into modding, I would say don't slice right now. Hoard up all your materials until you have a good grasp of what mods to slice. I'm just showing you this is how you do it, and this is how it works. And you have now here, you have 5 options or 5 possibilities to hit that stat. Once you hit all 5 stats or all 5 slices, it'll be impossible to slice that area again, which will then give you a 33% chance to get one of these stats here. So if we went all defense here by chance, by RNG, we'll then have 33% chance to hit health, offense, or crit chance on these afterwards. But you may be asking now, Hippo, I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mods. There's only 4 chances to get sliced. And that is correct. You'd be like, how do I get more options there? To do that, you need to have a level 12 character, and you need the mod to already be in this gold status. I'll show you on the mod here. I'm not going to go all the way. I'm not going to spend the resources right now. But I'm going to go ahead and max level this guy. I'll show you what's required here. So I have 2 speeds. This is already a good mod. It's not a great mod, but it's a good mod. It's got some good stats, got some offense here, or protection. If you go to slice, you can see it's now going to be from a 5-dot mod to a 6-dot mod. This is the only way to get 6-dot mods without, I think, spending money. But once you get to 5 stars, it requires 50 pieces of this currency, which is really hard to get. 50 of these and 20 of these gold mod materials, also hard to get. But once you do that, it will increase your primary stat even higher. It'll increase all of your stats by a little bit. It'll give you 1 speed. It'll give you a little bit more defense, a little bit higher percentage. Don't remember the exact numbers and all that. And then you'll have a chance to roll your mods even higher with even more slicing materials. That's why I say it's really important to know what you're slicing and not wastefully spend them all. But once you get to this 6-dot tier, you start over on the rarity side. You keep your stats. You go back through the rarity scale. I'll show you some here in a second. Should have some down here, I believe. So I have one here that I'm only having 4 ship characters, which I'll explain that in a future video. If I go to enhance here, you can see it resets all the categories. That's why you have the golden background. It's a 6-dot mod. It's the highest rarity mod you can get. But then you can go back through the tier E to D to C to B to A. Whereas I reference them gray, green, blue, purple, gold. And each level increases more and more materials needed to get it upgraded. And some are, as you keep going up higher, you get more and more rare resources needed. You have a chance to keep getting more secondary stats. Number 6, we're going to talk about how to spend your credits on leveling a mod. You might have gotten a good sense as I've done some random mods here. And on my main account, I have plenty of credits right now. I'm not, you know, I don't have unlimited credits, but I have a good amount where I can play around the mods and not worry too much about where I'm spending them. But on my alternate account, which you might have seen me in game, I only have like 2 million credits right now. So there's a time where it's pretty number crunchy and I can only do a few mods at a time. So I'm going to go through the examples of how to spend your credits, when to sell a mod, when to invest more credits into it. So we'll start with a gray mod here, and we'll just see what happens. We'll let the RNG go for us. Right off the bat, I see that has a defense primary on our cross. If you remember from earlier, as I broke down the mods, a cross has a potential for many options of primaries. It also has potential for potency, tenacity, or percent offense, protection, health. In general, I don't value a defense primary very high, especially on a offense primary set, or an offense mod set here, because it's not going to be very offensive. I probably won't put this on a tank, so I probably won't be saving this mod. So right off the bat, I'm not going to even invest in these stats here. I'll go much more in depth in that in the next video, but we'll skip that for now. But if we have defense on this diamond, maybe like, well, Hippo, you just said diamond. How do you know if this is good for a tanky character or an offense character if this is a speed set? Well, if you recall, diamonds can only have defense as primary stats, so this is a good mod to test on and show you how far to level it up. So we're going to start level 3. I mean, you can go all the way to level 12 if you want to, but if you are hurting for credits, you only want to do a couple investments to see if it's worth it, and see if you get any bad stats right after the get-go, which I'll go into more of what are good secondaries and bad secondaries in my next mod video. Right now we have percentile health, which I will let you know that's a nice one to have. Crit chance, level 9, protection, so still no speed. So let's say here you rolled 2 bad stats. You're like, you know, even if I rolled speed here, I wouldn't want to keep these bad stats because it's not a great mod. It might be a basic mod. It might, you know, do its job with some speed. But I don't have that many credits to really gamble on that. So you can just sell it right away. So on my account, I'm going to go ahead and keep on going because I have the excess credits. So we didn't roll any speed. So at this point, there's no reason to go to level 15. It's 162,000 credits to get to max level. Early game, you don't have those credits. I'm going to sell this mod right away. Boom. Not even max level. Well, let's say you rolled some gold mods here. These are all level 1. We'll go through and see what stats. There's no speed here, so I would sell this right away. Ooh, this one has speed on it. Offense mod on a potency set. That could be interesting. I won't go into why it's interesting yet, but it could be. So now we're going to go. We already have speed guaranteed. So it's already a basic mod. You remember back in the beginning of the video, I defined a basic mod, the mod that has all revealed stats, and it has a speed somewhere in its secondary stats. Or primary if you're on an arrow. But let's go down, jump up here, see what we got, see if we're going to keep this mod. Or see if you should keep investing in it. I'm going to say right now you probably should. But in my account, if I don't get any more speed, I probably won't keep this mod. But if you're a new modder or new into modding trying to upgrade your mods, you don't have that much secondary speed like I did on a lot of my characters a year ago, this might be one you want to keep for a while until you can upgrade it later on. So don't sell it right away. I'm only doing it on my account because I've been working on my mods for quite a while. So let's see what happens. We're hoping for multiple speed rolls. So no speed there. That's okay. Another speed. So still no speed. I mean, I got some health, which is always nice to be healthier. Be more tanky. Okay, we got 1 speed roll. So what is that now? It's already a good mod. So we're going to keep spending because I'm going to spend immediately on good mods if they have a couple speed rolls. We're hoping for 3. 3 speed rolls will make it a great mod in my opinion, and a definite keeper. Okay, we didn't get a 3rd speed roll, but that's okay. 2 speed rolls is still good. In general, if you're trying to really be efficient, I wouldn't invest slicing materials on this mod, but it is worthy to keep until you get a better mod to replace it with. But basically, we want to spend credits on leveling a mod. On a bad mod, you never want to spend credits. So we'll go look at a bad mod really fast. Let's go back to our gold mods. I know it's hard to want to sell gold mods, but that's okay. This mod right here is a bad mod. Has no speed in it, and all stats are revealed. So we're going to go ahead and sell this mod. This is a mod you sell immediately. Bad mods don't keep, sell. You're just taking up space, and they'll give you some credits back. Now a basic mod. Remember what a basic mod is? It has all stats revealed and shows at least one roll of speed. If you want to know how far to invest credits in, gold is your number 1, purple number 2 priority, blue mods number 3, green number 4, and your gray mods are your last priority. Now, why you might ask that early game? Well, as you remember, gold mods have a chance to roll secondary stats when you invest credits into them. Let's find some speed. Here's a crit damage once. That's already good if you remember from my earlier part of this video. So as we level up from 3, 6, 9, and 12, we'll have a chance to roll speed each time. This will have a chance to be a really, really good mod, where your gray mods would have no chance to roll extra chances on the speed table. Okay, so we got 4 speed there, plus 4, that's great. Now we got 7 speed. We didn't roll speed there. We rolled even more speed, so this is already an excellent mod. And more speed. So we rolled 3 speeds there. That's a low RNG chance. We're at plus 17 speed on our character. So you're going to be able to outspeed many opponents in your Grand Arena and your arenas just to do this one mod right here if you follow this example. I'm going to take it to 15 because this is a mod I will keep and use on somebody down the road. So we'll max out our critical damage increase right here. So that's a great mod. I'm not going to apply it to P8 right now or anybody else, but it is a mod I will have in my repertoire for when I'm modding somebody in the future. I can probably go replace this mod on somebody else who has a lesser mod. So remember my good mods, you want to keep all your good mods, but replace some great mods on your characters that you use all the time, especially in Grand Arena. So good mods, you want to immediately invest credits into them if a character is lacking any mods. So for example with Piet, I'm trying to mod him. I will get this level 15, a good mod, if I need to apply it right away. If it's a great mod like that mod, I'm going to ride to 15. I'd probably go find a character that needs a better mod and throw them on there. So basically for spending credits, the tier is gold, purple, then blue, then your greens, then your grays. So here, why am I? Oh yeah. Grays are last priority just because you don't get those extra rolls, but they're not bad to level up. You just won't have as much maximum stats without then investing slicing materials, which are more rare to come across. So in general, if you're low on credits, go with your golds first, sell the ones that don't have speed secondaries. Normally I wouldn't keep a 3 speed here, but I do just because I'm trying to maximize my speed. I'm not that abundant in mods. We'll go into the actual breakdowns of what mods to level up and what not to level up in the future. So my next video, I'm going to go really in depth into slicing and when to slice a mod, when to slice bad mods, when to slice, when to slice basic mods, when to slice good mods, and when to slice great mods. But guys, I hope this video helped you. I hope it gave you a basic understanding of what is modding, but in depth look into all the mods, what priority to go with, how to spend your credits early game, and when to slice mods will be a future thing we tackle next video. But for newer accounts who are newer into the modding world, don't slice a mod until you have a good understanding of what mods to slice. But Star Wars fans, until next time, till the next video, have a great rest of your week, and may the Force be with you.